Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here. Welcome back to another Cardano video. Today we're going to take a look back at some of the main talking points for Cardano over the last few days, talk about anything that has stood out to me, some of the new releases, as well as taking a look at the charts towards the end. That will be a quick look today because we'll wait and see how things play out over the weekend. Not a lot going on in terms of price right now, but I will give you some quick thoughts on that and we'll follow up either Monday or Tuesday next week. If you're new and you are into Cardano, please do subscribe, turn on notifications, and don't forget to leave a comment or like the video. All of that really helps get this Cardano information out there. So let's get started. Okay, so I'll use my Twitter here as the reference point to the different articles and different news events to talk about, and there are links to this down below if you are not following me or if you're not in the Telegram announcements channel. I generally post a few things every day there, anything I see going on with Cardano. So after the video on Monday, I did complete the purchase I had put in for World Mobile tokens. So I got my first 10,000, which is the limit for week 0. Next week, I have a bigger order in because I'm hoping to be able to run a node in the network. Anyone not familiar with World Mobile token, I have some videos, interviews with Mickey and Cedric on the channel as well. And for those of you that are interested in it, this video came out today, which is John O'Connor had Mickey and Charles Hoskinson on with him, talking about World Mobile, the vision, what they're doing, and what they're doing on the ground. So great to see Charles on the video with Mickey, and to me, this will really spread some positive sentiment about what World Mobile are doing and get a lot more people interested in it. And to see Charles interacting here and going over what World Mobile token or World Mobile are doing as well. So again, there will be links to all of that down below. Scrolling through, you'll see there's lots of new projects being added to Building on Cardano this week, starting to get some attention now, and projects are starting to add themselves. I'm still reaching out to lots of different projects. Actually, if we go over, I can show you. You can see here some of the new ones this week. We had Wrap Assets, Genius Yield Cube. Haven't heard much about the projects. I do need to look into them myself, but that's what this is here for, to highlight different projects. Charlie 3, so I had Damon on the channel to talk about the Oracle they're building for Cardano. ADAX.pro, I've got a lot of questions about this lately. I will hopefully be chatting to someone from the team fairly soon to ask some questions and maybe do a follow-up interview at that stage. I don't own any of these tokens at the minute. This is just getting the information out about what is being built on top of Cardano. So Ergo DEXs have added themselves as well. This is a project I get asked about a lot. So I think I will need to bring these guys onto the channel if they want to come on and see what exactly they're building. Because if I talk about DEX or Oracle or nearly any solution at all, I'm told Ergo are doing it, you have to talk to Ergo. So I will be looking into them. Finance Club are on the site for a while now. I think they updated their profile. That's why they have jumped in here. We might need to put in 2 streams as this gets more active. One for the latest projects and one for the latest project updates. And then Cardano Waves have added themselves today as well. And actually, I will show you their site here. This is a really good site. So I've done videos in the past where I go through some of the stats around the Cardano network and blockchain. And I think it's due for an update fairly soon. But when I was doing it, I was pulling stats from loads of different websites and jumping over and back. But what Cardano Waves have done here is put a lot of that information into one. So you have transactions, inputs, outputs, everything about blocks, fees, circulating supply. And as you go down through it, stats on stake pools, staking, tokens as well. So lots of really good information there. I might cover that in another video. And just one other site that does something similar that has come up since I was doing them videos is Cardano Blockchain Insights. So again, they have a lot of different stats. You can see down the left here, you'll be able to go through the different stats yourselves. So I will cover both of them maybe in an upcoming video. So that's it on the projects. Let's see what else. So MinSwap, actually I shared this out. This is good to know as well. So what is DNS hijack attack and how to avoid it? Basically what this boils down to is where hackers can take over a domain name and they can redirect it somewhere else. The important thing for you to know is that no website will ever ask you to put in your seed phrase. If they do, then I would highly question that that way of working. So you shouldn't ever have to put in your seed phrase if you're interacting with any websites. Once we have smart contracts, your ROI will basically be the MetaMask of Cardano. So MetaMask is used for Ethereum. So when you are interacting, you will be interacting through Yoroi, but it will never ask you, external websites will never ask you for your seed phrase. It will be Yoroi stores that, and you do the interaction through that. But I'll talk about that type of stuff later, but I thought it was good to highlight what's being put out there. SundaySwap had the partnership with CardStarter, so I put out a video talking about what I see that means. It's a big plus for SundaySwap. It means that they're going to have a lot of liquidity because CardStarter will be pushing their IDO platforms to SundaySwap, and a lot of the trading volume that will be there. I will be sitting down with Pi over the weekend to talk to him about the project and the upcoming ISO as well. So more about building on Cardano. You can see we have been putting out lots of information on it this week. Cardano source, so Project Catalyst Fund 5 is now open. So registration is now opened on the 8th, which was yesterday. And the snapshot will happen on the 19th of July. So lots of time to get registered there. And the good part of this as well is anyone with a hardware wallet, you can now vote in this Catalyst funding round as well. If I go further up, actually we'll leave that there. I have it open here. Daedalus, there's a new version of Daedalus out, and as you can see here, it says that it adds Ledger and Trezor hardware wallet support. So when you go into Daedalus, there will be an upgrade there that you can take. And with Yoroi, it will update itself. So when you go to the voting tab now, if you are in a wallet that's set up with a hardware device, you will see that you now have the option to register as well, which is great to finally have that feature. I think we will see a big increase in the amount of people voting in this round. This was put out then as well by, I'm going to struggle with the name, but you can see here over on Twitter, really good graphic of all the DEXs that are building on top of Cardano. So there is a lot of DEXs out there. There's a few other screenshots as well. They're not actually shown here, but going through kind of the different DEXs, the different rollouts, finish dates, whether they're catalyst proposals, whether they are doing stake pool offerings, or what way they are actually raising funds. So there's other ones that looks at the tech and team and stuff like that as well. So I'm thinking that I might try and put a video together fairly soon looking at the different DEXs that are building there, because there is a lot of projects vying to be that #1 DEX on top of Cardano. I think, as I said in the SundaySwap video, there will be one DEX that will be, I suppose, the go-to for the straightforward swap feature. But what I'm seeing is there's lots of other DEXs there that are building some unique features as well, and not just going for the straight swap feature. So I do need to do my research on that before I could get that out, but that will be something I will try and dig into next week. Alonzo update from IOHK. Okay, this was a big long thread. You can see 14 messages in it. In summary, what is going on? And Charles put out a video as well. It's all basically on track. Alonzo White is starting up now. There's more SPOs being brought into it, more testing being done on the network. And for anyone new, this is the rollout of smart contracts, which still looks to be on target for early September. The Alonzo White was originally planned to be out last Monday, so 4 days ago. But Charles said in the video that he put out, I'll find the link and I'll put it below as well. He said that it would be ready for Friday, which is today, but it will probably wait until Monday to roll out because they don't like rolling out before the weekend. So again, and I would say in terms of software development, a week is not really a whole lot. So I would say on a whole, on the high level, things are still very much on track there. I think that was the thread. There's no point in me going through it because basically, that's what it is. That's the summary, and I will put the link to the video and this thread you can find on my Twitter for anyone who wants to go into all of the details on it. Fund 4 winners were announced here as well. Cardano Source put this graphic together. You can see the proposals that got funding, the problem, the solution, and how much funding they got. I'm thinking actually now maybe I could do a video at some stage where I bring on a few of these projects together, maybe try and get 4, 5, or 6 of the projects on to talk about their project, bring them all onto one video, talk about their project, talk about what they're doing and how they found the process of Catalyst funding as well. So maybe that is something to look into next week. Yoroi, that was just about the updates. Then this feature here. So Paddy from Pool Shamrock, or Shamrock Stake Pool, who has also built the Cardano Pool Peak system. If I go into this, actually I have it open here. This is a new feature that they've added to the site. So this site here shows you how to pick a stake pool and all the stats on stake pools. But they've added this, the epoch calendar was here already to show you when each epoch runs, and this is for your staking rewards. But I get asked all the time about when will someone get their first staking rewards. So it is generally 15 to 20 days, and the reason that it's not a set number of days is because you get paid your first staking reward at the end of your 4th epoch. So on this here, staked day, so you can come in and put in the day that you started. So say I started staking on the 3rd of July. You can see this pops up here now, staking rewards are paid. So I could expect my first staking rewards, if I staked on the 3rd of July, I would get them at the end of epoch 279, which is the 24th of July. So you can check that out there. Again, it is over on poolpeak.com, and you'll see the epoch calendar down there on the left. Really good feature that I think will be very useful for a lot of people. So I think that is the majority of it. Again, just showing some of the new projects that were added. And yeah, that is basically it for the Twitter side. Let me see what other links I have up here. So in other news, you can see here, Cardano leapfrogs Bitcoin as eToro client's most held cryptocurrency. Very interesting to see that over on eToro, that Cardano is now the top held crypto by the clients. And I see this as good and bad. So yes, it's great to see that there's more and more people interested in Cardano, but with eToro, they never let you withdraw the Cardano that you buy or the ADA that you buy on the platform. Hopefully in time they will let you withdraw it, but for now, if you buy ADA on eToro, you have to hold it on the platform. And then I haven't done it myself, but I've been told the staking rewards are not near as good as if you hold it in a wallet yourself and you stake through the wallet that you own yourself. So again, great to see the popularity growing, but I would say anyone new coming in looking to buy ADA, have a look at Kraken, Coinbase, Binance. Some of them exchanges are better options because they allow you to control the ADA if you want to. Next up then, that is really it on the news front, I think. So we'll take a quick look at the charts then. As I said at the very beginning, not a whole lot happening on the charts this week. When I done the video on Monday, that would have been the 4th. We were, or was it the 5th? We were somewhere in around here. $1.43 we'll call it. And then since then, we fell out of the trend, the upwards trend that we were in here, or that I was trying to see would we stay in. We fell out of that, and right now just hovering above $1.33, which has over the last few months been a fairly important level for ADA. You can see that it's been support on numerous occasions. It was resistance for a while as well for us. So waiting to see what happens. And I would say that, look, realistically, we're still waiting on Bitcoin to make its moves. I'll show you Bitcoin in a minute. ADA BTC chart is still holding relatively well. So this is what I had mapped out, looking to see how this plays out. We did fall out of this earlier. When would that have been? This is a 4-hour chart. So we fell out of this yesterday, kind of yesterday evening, last night. But at the minute, trying to see, can we get back into this upward trend? Overall, ADA BTC is holding fairly well, which to me shows that it is due to Bitcoin that on a whole the ADA price is falling. As I've said in other videos, I really do expect us to get a fairly strong break to the upside over the next few weeks as we lead into the Alonzo rollout. And I will start to cover that a lot more. As we get into Alonzo White now, there's more people involved in the testnet. There's more people going to be putting out content, putting out updates, and trying to run smart contracts on the network. So I think as the general public starts to see that type of information, at least on the ADA BTC chart, we are going to see some fairly strong moves to the upside. On the ADA USD price, yes, we should see them there. If Bitcoin keeps trending sideways, then with ADA BTC increasing, then we should see the moves to the upside on the ADA USD price as well. If we look at Bitcoin, hasn't really done a lot. It's still between $41,000 and $31,000. If you scroll out there, you can see just still trending sideways, accumulation zone. To me, I'm not going to panic until... No, I'm not even going to panic if we fall out of 31 because I'm here for the long term. But I wouldn't like to see us starting to close the daily candles or especially weekly candles below $31,000. As you can see at the minute, trending back down towards that $31,000 again. We had, towards the end of last week, we had started to get a nice rise to the upside up to $36,000 and set this higher high than we had at this point. But then this week, when we went up, we set a lower high than the point here, so back down, and then the points here were lower highs than up here as well. So right now, looking to see a bit of a nice movement today, up a few percent over the day, but waiting to see, can we actually keep pushing up, and looking to see what happens when we get to this level here. I think if we get rejected around here, or even come up to this point here, we probably will revisit $31,000 over the weekend. The weekends are generally lower volume in the market, so moves can happen a lot faster. Sometimes you can see a pump. I would say overall, we do see drops at the weekend a lot more often than we see pumps. So again, I'll be watching, and as I say, Monday we'll take a look at where we wrap up. For me, I'm not trading this at the minute. I'm holding on to my BTC and ADA and not really willing to risk it in a trade, because for me, I still believe where it's going long term is going to be up on the overall when you look at it on a higher level. Thanks for watching, guys. I do hope that this has brought some value to you. If it has, please do leave a comment, give the video a like, or share it out there. And if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe and notification bell, and I will talk to you over the weekend and again on Monday. So enjoy your weekend. Talk to you soon.